Welcome to Oxygen 101. In this specific tutorial, we'll cover the database section. So if I head over to this navbar here, what you can see here is we have this page database. And what we have built out for you and managed for you is we actually have a real database in the background, which is a Postgres database. And the reason why we did this is because these coding agents, Claude Code and Codex, are specifically trained on using databases such as Postgres, SQL, and that's the reason why I can build out these tables so well. And on top of this database, we have built out specific column types, which I'm going to present to you in a second. But here, first of all, a bit of context. What we've done here is we asked Claude Code to source us a lead list of US SaaS founders. Exactly, and it has done so successfully. So here we got a couple of US SaaS founders, and what we want to do is we want to enrich their contact information. So for this, we can use the first action column type, which is the email waterfall enrichment. So if I click into this email waterfall enrichment, you can see we have this waterfall enrichment logic, which essentially is calling multiple data vendors so that we get the highest coverage as possible. So as you can see here, we have these in the mix here. We could add other data vendors to it too. And we have the option to either use managed credits or bring your own key. And for this, you would need to connect your own subscriptions, in that sense, your own API keys. And the thing is, this is the UI visualization, but Claude Code has essentially configured this using JSON. So that's the reason why Oxygen is so powerful, because it's essentially just a database in the background with the ability to give Claude Code to write these configs, so you don't need to configure anything in the UI. Claude Code can configure everything for you. Exactly, and you get this nice UI visualization layer. So if I click on this button here, you can see that this waterfall enrichment works in the following way. So for the rows that have been run, you can see the successful outcomes. So let me collapse this once again, and I want to introduce the next column type, which are AI columns. So if I click into this AI column here, what you can see is we again have the option to either use managed credits or bring your own key. So you can also use your own subscriptions to run AI columns. Exactly. And then we have reasoning effort. In this case, we're using medium. And what you can see here is a prompt, which essentially the goal is that we find out who their ideal client profile is, that we can reference this in an outbound message. That's really the power of having AI columns. There's multiple use cases such as lead qualification, summarization and research about accounts, for example, and personalized message generation for LinkedIn and email. And there's quite a few other ones, but these are the most common ones. So as you can see here, Claude Code has written me this prompt here. Everything that you see in this UI is again configured by Claude Code. I didn't actually configure anything here. And as you can see here, we get these results like, hey, I've seen you're targeting product managers as an example. And this introduces me to the last column type, which are action columns. And in this case, we are pushing these leads into instantly. And as you can see, for everywhere where we found an email in the waterfall enrichment, we're pushing these leads into the instantly campaign. And if I click into here, you can see the output, like the JSON result of the output. And again, the coding agent, Claude Code or Codex, has access to all of these things. So this is essentially the table. And to organize your tables, you can ask Claude Code or Codex to create you projects. So I have multiple projects here. And in general, there's nothing at the moment. And here for demo SaaS accounts, here we have a couple of tables in here. Exactly. If there's any questions, feel free to send us your questions. And other than this, have fun building your tables in Oxygen.